Goku was helping Bulma alongside with her father to make the spaceship to go to planet Namek. Now remember, Goku does have a space pod, but that can only fit one person. So how is Goku going to be able to get to Namek? Well, they have the spaceship. Remember, Bulma's father was working on it, and it did take him a few weeks to finish it. Luckily, Goku's friends are all alive, and Goku was not severely wounded, so Goku could not sit there and wait at the hospital the whole time. Now to help him, Goku would use his own technology. Remember, Cooler was able to expand and grow the big Gete star to be massive. I think that Goku can do something similar, to where he can actually construct things with his own AI. And I think Bulma would work well with this because she's the smartest woman on the planet, same with Bulma's father. Goku is very intelligent, but he's not very smart, if you get what I mean. He's a genius when it comes to fighting, but the AI does help him. So, Goku would help them speed up the process. Now that this happens, they now have a spaceship that is much faster and is much better made. So, it does have the gravity room to where Goku can train, and it can get there just as fast, albeit it is larger. So, they would leave around the same time as Gohan, Bulma, and Krillin originally did in the original spaceship. It's just this time, the spaceship is larger, having another floor for gravity, and it's just as fast. So it's impressive speed. They were able to make this within a week plus time. So, who would all leave? Well, I think it would be Goku, Gohan, Krillin, Bulma, and Piccolo. I think Piccolo would go with them, although I think Goku would be a little against it because if Piccolo does go and he dies, then the Earth Dragon Ball dies as well. But Piccolo would then state that this is his planet that he's going to. He's going there. And Tien, Yamcha, and the others will stay on Earth to make sure Earth is safe while they're gone. So, they would then take their leave. Now this means that they would begin training in the gravity machine. So, would Goku be able to get strong enough? Absolutely. Because if you remember, Goku's AI is so advanced, it can even make gravity machine even better than it was before. And with Goku having a training partner, he will get even stronger. Same with Piccolo. So since Piccolo never died, he never went to King Kai and trained for that short time, but even since then, Piccolo got a lot stronger. Now imagine if he's training with Goku. Now in terms of power levels, it's all up in the air by this point, as power levels is starting to get to the point, in terms of what ifs, that it'll start getting a bit excessive. But if we last remember, Goku's power level was around 50,000. Now after he was defeated and he defeated Vegeta, I think his power level would probably be around 60,000 since he adapts. Remember, he fought against the Great Ape. Now, after the training, Goku did get a massive power-up. If you remember in the original, Goku trained at 100 times gravity, and Goku went from having a power level of around 8,000 to around 90,000, which is a massive jump in terms of power. Now, what boost is that? That would be around 11.25 times. So if you wanted to add that to Goku's current power level, around 60,000, Goku would already be stronger than First Form Frieza, which is pretty busted. And he'll be even stronger because he's fighting Piccolo. When you have a sparring partner, you get double the power. So Goku would probably be, I'm going to say, around 1 million. Piccolo is going to be around 600 to 700,000. As for Krillin and Gohan, they did jump in and train every now and again, but it was hard for them to keep up with the current gravity. Piccolo was stronger, that's how he was able to survive it more, but I think they would adapt to it for sure. And Krillin would have a power level of, I would say, around 30 to 40,000, and Gohan would have a power level of around 50,000. So they are a lot more powerful. They would arrive on Namek. Vegeta was still having that goose chase to where he did arrive on Namek and he was chasing around the Dragon Balls. Vegeta would have already fought Zarbon and Dodoria, and he would have defeated them. Vegeta did get a bigger Zenkai because he was defeated by a more powerful opponent. So Vegeta did get a little stronger, so that's why he didn't need to be fully healed yet to defeat Zarbon, but his battle wounds were still severe. So while Frieza was out trying to search, he would go in the healing chambers and sneak there, and he would heal himself, as he didn't need too much, but that small Zenkai did buff him up a little bit. Vegeta, as I would say, is around 45 to about 50,000, which would make him around 10 to 15,000 stronger than he originally was by the time that the Ginyu Force would have arrived. Now, once when Goku and them do arrive, Goku would instantly sense Frieza's power level, and he was shocked with how strong Frieza is, but he wasn't too worried about it. But he is a little concerned because he feels like that is definitely not Frieza's true power. It feels like there's something hidden in there. So, for the time being, they need to secure the Dragon Balls first. Now, Bulma did have her Dragon Radar, which Goku was actually able to take the magical properties of it using his AI as wires latched out, and he was able to make his own, meaning that Goku can actually see where the Dragon Balls are using his eyes. And Goku's eyes would then turn green, scanning where the Dragon Balls are. So Goku would then tell everyone else to hide your power level, since they do have scouters and they can sense it, to jump around and find the Dragon Balls and bring Bulma along with you. Goku and Piccolo would go off on their own, and they would then try and keep the main people distracted. They'll keep them distracted for now until they get the main Dragon Balls, and then they'll end them once the Dragon Balls are safe and they are away. Now, Bulma, Krillin, and Gohan, they would then all leave and go on their own. I think they would run into Vegeta by this point, but I think Vegeta would team up with them to help them find the Dragon Balls for the time being. He also knows that Kakarot is here, he can sense it, and another massive power level, so he knows not to mess with them, as he senses that it's even stronger than Frieza. So I don't think that Vegeta would mess with him, as he knows that Kakarot would just come kill him. So he's not going to mess with that, but he decides to help them for now. And he thinks that Kakarot might be the legendary Super Saiyan, but he doesn't know. Frieza by this point is already called the Ginyu Force, and the Ginyu Force was heading on their way there. Now Frieza was out searching for the Dragon Balls. This is when the Ginyu Force would soon arrive, as now Piccolo would be helping out the Namekians. He would meet the Grand Elder, as he did find Dende, and helped as Dende found Piccolo and helped him, bringing him back to the Grand Elder, who he met Nail. And the Grand Elder would unlock Piccolo's potential, making Piccolo even stronger. Piccolo was at around 600,000, and his power level would rise up much higher, being around 1 million, so he's about equal to Goku now. And Piccolo feeling so much stronger, the Grand Elder knows that he's running out of time, and he's dying. But he knows that Piccolo is the strongest Namekian that he's ever seen, so he has one thing to ask of him: to fuse with him. Now Piccolo was a little bit against fusion, but the Grand Elder states that he's already passing, and he can't hold on much longer. And then he would look to Nail, telling Nail to bring another Namekian here. They would then bring one of the Elder Namekians, so Guru would then put his hand on him and transfer the essence of the Dragon Balls over to him. So when Elder Guru passes on and fuses with Piccolo, if they die, the Namekian Dragon Balls will not be bothered. So now there's a new Grand Elder. The Grand Elder would then look at Piccolo and tell him to take my hand and fuse with me. Piccolo accepts it, but he says that he's in control of the ship, not the Grand Elder. The Grand Elder would agree and state, "I may not be that much in strength, but take my knowledge and my magic. You will become a force that us Namekian people have never seen." Piccolo would then take his hand, and he would then fuse. Now, the only thing that would change with Piccolo is Piccolo would actually be an inch or two taller, and his skin would be a little bit more darkerish green. He also is a bit more beefed up, as he's a little bit more muscle mass, but Piccolo was in shock with the power that he had. Piccolo, as we know, Namekians do get a pretty massive buff in terms of power, and we know that Piccolo got way stronger with Nail, but Nail was more of a warrior Namekian. But we'll get into how strong Piccolo is in a minute, as Piccolo does feel very calm and peaceful, as his evil nature was definitely dulled down massively because the Grand Elder Guru was such a peaceful being. So Piccolo knew that he's going to save the Namekian people and kill Frieza himself. But first, he needs to help out Gohan and the others because the Ginyu Force arrived. Now, by the time that Piccolo would get there, Goku, on this point, is actually heading towards Frieza. As Goku would sense Piccolo's massive power jump, he knows that Piccolo can handle all the Ginyu Force members, and he knows that Vegeta is actually holding his own. So he's actually heading towards Frieza to fight him himself. As Bulma was helping with the Namekians, she was able to find the Dragon Balls, thus keeping them at a safe place away. She also learned that the Namekians are the only people that can summon the dragon, because the dragon will only listen to Namekian tongue. So you cannot summon Shenron with English. So she knows that that's another safety feature that they have. So they would keep the Dragon Balls hidden in a random location, probably in the cave if they originally had it. Now, Goku was heading towards Frieza as he was ready to battle him. Now we're going to jump all the way forward to the other side of Namek, to where the Ginyu Force was battling Vegeta. Now Vegeta was getting a big buff because remember, Krillin did have a sensu bean in case things went sour, and Vegeta was their best option. Now Vegeta did fight Raccoon, and Vegeta was actually able to beat him, though barely. It was a very grueling fight, and Vegeta was very injured. The Ginyu Force was shocked to see this, as Captain Ginyu flew off to head towards Frieza, as we know. But now, we're now going to have Jason Birder. Guldo was already killed by Vegeta, but now with Jason Birder tag teaming Vegeta, he was having no chance, because they were a really good combo. Until Krillin would then throw Vegeta a Senzu Bean, hoping he doesn't regret his actions, and Vegeta would then eat it, and he would get a massive Zenkai. Now, remember what I said before, Vegeta's power level is at around 50,000+. With this Zenkai, his power level jumps up to over 500,000. So, he would easily outclass and one-shot both Jason Birder, and he would then look to them and actually thank them, surprisingly, and he wouldn't kill them, but he feels like he can fight Frieza. So he would then head right towards Frieza, where Kakarot was heading towards as well. Now, Piccolo would have arrived a little late, but they were shocked to see Piccolo. He looks a little different. In terms of what Piccolo looks like, imagine Piccolo looks like his orange form, but just not orange. He looks like the normal green color. But that, in terms of his face and his bone structure, that's what he kind of looks like. Just a little bit smaller, as he's not like 12 foot tall. Now, Piccolo would then tell them that he will unlock their potentials, as he doesn't know about Frieza. He feels like Frieza's hiding his true power. So after unlocking their potentials, they would get around 2 times buff, thus getting a lot stronger, being in the 70 to 80,000 range. They would then all head towards Frieza. As Goku was already began fighting First Form Frieza, Goku was easily overpowering Frieza, as Frieza had no chance against Goku. Now, by this point, Frieza would then go into his second form. This would prove to be a little bit stronger than Goku, but remember, when Frieza got the upper hand on Goku and severely wounded him, Goku would just instantly heal. He doesn't get hurt. Remember, as long as there's a small piece remaining, Goku can completely regenerate himself, so he's fine, and he gets stronger. So Goku's power level will rise to over 1 million, 1,200,000, 1,800,000, 2 million, as it rises as he gets more damage. So Frieza was getting overpowered. Frieza would start running out of options, as Frieza would then go into his final form, skipping over the third as he doesn't have time. Now this is when Goku began getting outclassed. Now Vegeta was ready to fight Frieza, and I think he would try and jump in to help Kakarot, but Frieza was easily overpowering Vegeta. And this is when I think Vegeta would try sacrificing himself for Goku, because he knows that Goku's a Super Saiyan, or Kakarot. When Frieza launches a massive attack, I think Vegeta would be very out of character, and I think he'll jump in, tanking the blast in front of Goku, Piccolo style. And I think when Vegeta falls, he would then beg Kakarot, crying, telling him to kill Frieza, and to let go of his emotions. He needs to kill him. Frieza's an animal. Goku knows that, and he thanks him for saving his son and everybody else against the Ginyu Force. He'll do his best. Goku would then hand it over to Piccolo, as Piccolo would then set Vegeta down respectfully as a warrior. And he wishes that he could have healed Vegeta, but Vegeta was already gone. But they can wish him back with the Namekian Dragon Balls afterwards. Because remember, there's 3 wishes, so they can wish back their people and Vegeta. Or I guess you could say anybody that was killed by Frieza. So, Goku would continue battling Frieza, as then Piccolo would then jump in, stating, let him have a turn. Piccolo would then begin powering up, as his power level was shocking. His power level was over 50 million, which would shock Goku with how powerful Piccolo was. And I know that this is a massive buff, but I think with Piccolo having his potential unlocked, remember, over time, it gets higher and higher. As we saw with Gohan, he went from being around 10,000 to being over 1 million. Remember, during the Frieza arc? So that's just for clarification that yes, Gohan continuously grows in potential. Same with Piccolo, as that's how Elder Guru's potential unlocking works. So, and on top of the fact that he also fused with him as well, and Elder Guru was actually not as weak as you guys think. It was stated that his power level was roughly around 8,000, which was actually stated in one of these little guidebooks, but it's not canon, but I would like to confirm that it is. But either way, Piccolo is absurdly strong. Piccolo is then pushing his body to the max, as he would then charge in and begin attacking Frieza, holding his own pretty decently, until Frieza uses over 70 to 80%. This is when Frieza would begin overpowering Piccolo easily, and Goku would be running out of options because maybe he can tap into Kaioken, but Kaioken would not be enough. Goku's power level is at around 4 million, so if he does tap into Kaioken, maybe he can fight Frieza. Tapping in at times 20, he would jump in to help Piccolo, but Frieza was just too strong, as remember Piccolo was being tossed aside, Goku was running out of stamina. Now remember, every time that Goku does get injured and his body heals itself, it does make him stronger, but it does drain stamina. That's the one little downside to this healing AI ability. On top of using Kaioken times 20, that would take everything out of Goku. Frieza's a little bit more injured than he originally is, but Frieza's furious now. As now Goku is running out of options, he remembers he can use the Spirit Bomb. So, Goku would then begin charging at the Spirit Bomb as Piccolo would gather energy from him and Krillin and Gohan. So he has his stamina back, he would continue battling Frieza. Goku would then throw the Spirit Bomb at Frieza, hitting him, making a massive explosion. Piccolo would then save Goku, pulling him out of the water, as they would then be celebrating that Frieza was killed. Until Frieza survived. Albeit, he is more damaged than he is in the original, but he was furious. Goku ran out of stamina. He just doesn't have... He has his power, but he doesn't have any stamina. He can barely move, as his AI needs time to recharge and also take energy. Frieza would then fire a death beam that would hit Piccolo, who would jump in, saving Goku. Piccolo would then fall over as Gohan was yelling his name. Now, Frieza would do what the original did, and he would throw Krillin into the air, exploding him. This would make Goku snap. But this transformation is different. When Goku would begin transforming, his skin begins to change. Almost like a second layer of skin begins to molt and grow over his body, even his clothing. It was a metallic bluish hue color, almost like metal, begins to grow and cover pretty much almost his whole body. And even his hair was a golden metallic-y color. As now as one of his eyes was red, the other was blue. Goku transformed. Now this, I would like to call Metallic Super Saiyan. This version of Super Saiyan not only has the same boost, but it also has more durability because of the armor that it has around Goku's body. And Goku's AI, of course, is pushed to its limit, so he can heal even faster. So, Goku would then glare at Frieza, who was utterly shocked to see what this was. It was an abomination. Was it a Super Saiyan? It had to be a Super Saiyan. Now, Goku's aura was a mixture between of a whitish hue, but also mainly keeping the golden glow, and some fringes of red. He would then tell Gohan to get out of here, as his voice sounded a little bit more robotic. Gohan would then fly out of there, with Piccolo, as then Goku began battling Frieza. Now, how strong is this version of Metallic Super Saiyan Goku? Well, if you remember, Goku was out getting completely obliterated by Frieza every now and again. He ran out of stamina, but after the Kaioken use, though, his power level was roughly around 5 million. He just didn't have enough stamina to move to continue fighting. He had the power, but no stamina. Now, of course, mixing with Super Saiyan, which is a times 50, he's around 250 million, meaning he's way stronger. So long story short, Frieza has no chance. Goku would completely outclass Frieza. And one difference here is the AI is halfway taking over Goku. There's a reason why, if you look at the thumbnail of the Metallic Super Saiyan, that half of Goku's face is also not having the metal part, is because Goku has grown much stronger mentally. So he's able to kind of keep control over the AI fully taking over his body. But the AI is dulling his emotions, meaning that Goku's morals and his code is a lot less strict. He's not going to give Frieza a chance this time. He tried originally when he told Frieza to give it up, once when he first fought Frieza, but not this time. This is not really Goku no more. This is Kakarot, the Saiyan. Goku would easily outclass Frieza, but he would still tell Frieza to use his full power and go 100%. So, Frieza would agree and then go 100% power. Now, when Frieza did try to blow up Namek, I think Goku would be able to stop it in time, since he is much stronger. He would then take the attack and actually absorb it, getting his stamina fully back. So, once when Frieza would continue battling Goku at 100%, he was no chance against Goku, and Goku was not holding back. He would take Frieza's full brunt of his attacks, but the fact that Frieza's more injured, his stamina was draining faster than the original, Goku was just too strong. So, Goku would have easily overpowered Frieza, and then, with a single blast, he would completely eradicate Frieza, leaving no trace of him left. So Frieza was gone. There's no Mecha Frieza, no nothing. So because of this, now that Frieza was completely destroyed, Goku would then transform back, as the metallic armor would then disappear as he was back to normal Goku again. He was confused on what that power was, but he was tired though. That power would take a lot of energy out of him, but he would then link up with King Kai, and he would then tell them all about the Namekians to bring them back. And also too, luckily, since the Elder Namekian was alive, they could use the Namekian Dragon Balls to wish back all the Namekians that were killed by Frieza. And they could even wish back Vegeta. So, when Vegeta was wished back, he was shocked to see that Frieza was killed, but he wasn't too surprised. Now, since this happened, the Namekians would then bid them all farewell, as they would actually bring Dende to Earth, Why? Because they need a new guardian of Earth. So Dende would then head there, and he also will make the Dragon Balls even more powerful, working on them. So, once when they do arrive back, Chi-Chi would not be freaking out seeing Super Saiyan Goku, and Goku was also not late by a couple years. As you remember, Goku kind of went and got some cigarettes for a few years on planet Yardrat. So, since Goku never went to Yardrat, he doesn't really know about instant transmission. Unfortunately, he can't. So, Goku doesn't know about instant transmission. Sorry about that. So, Goku would then head back to Earth with his friends and family. Now, we would then spend the next few years as Trunks would still arrive like the original, but he was surprised to see that Goku was not here. And same with everybody else. Goku did not arrive. He was confused, as this is the Trunks from the original future timeline, just for clarification, not a custom what-if timeline, as that would take way too long and take way too many parts. But maybe I'll do that in the future one day, to where maybe it'll be a normal story, but with a custom future Trunks. We'll see. Now, Trunks would then look around, but he would then head to Goku's house where Goku was staying with Chi-Chi and Gohan. He would then speak to Goku privately, and even have a little spar with Goku showing Super Saiyan, and Goku can master Super Saiyan as well. And whenever he turns, he has a metallic body, but that's cutting forward. Now, Goku was also able to learn how to activate Super Saiyan without the need of a metallic body too, as that was the AI taking over Goku. Now, the AI was taking over him not in an evil sense, but taking over him to protect him. As, remember, the AI takes over, Goku has no morals or no code. Goku can use the metallic body to act as a second layer of armor for him if he needs to. Goku would easily outlast Trunks and easily block his blows with his finger. That was pretty easy. Trunks would then explain to Goku all about the androids and what they are and etc. And Goku says, well, I remember the Red Ribbon Army. I destroyed them a long time ago. And Trunks then states, was there a man by the name of Dr. Gero? And Goku says, as remember he was trying to think. And then he was trying to go back to his memories, which the AI has memory locks. So Goku would then figure out, yes, he remembers him. What do you look like this older man with balding head? And then Trunks says yes, as he says, maybe you already changed the timeline. Maybe that's why when I came here, you weren't at that spot already on Namek. Trunks doesn't know, but he still gives Goku the heart medicine, and he says, just be prepared. You don't know. Time has changed a lot already, so you don't know what will happen, but I'll be here just in case. And Goku would agree. So for the next 3 years, they would all continue their training for the next 3 years to battle the androids. Now, once the 3 years were up, they would arrive at the location, but there were no androids. Nothing. There was nothing here. No androids, no nothing. There's no android 17 and 18. There's no android 16. Sorry, Krillin. There's no Dr. Gero, android 19. There is Cell, technically, because that Cell is from the future timeline. He went back to this timeline. So there is Cell, but yeah. Cell would pretty much be obliterated, but yeah, no androids. And Goku didn't feel any heart virus come along. Why? Because he's not exactly human no more. And if the heart virus was a disease that did hit him, the AI would have instantly healed it, as no disease can hurt him. He's immune to all diseases now, so he might have not even had the heart virus at all. And even if he did, it would have been instantly healed ages ago. So Goku's fine. Now that Trunks was here, he was shocked to see that, wow, there was no androids. And nothing at all. Now, they would still explore around the area just to be sure, but nothing. Dead, calm, and peaceful world. Now, Trunks decides to stay for at least a few days just to be sure, as yes, a few days later, people were getting absorbed, and it was Cell. Now, Piccolo would actually fight Cell, and I think he would hold his own just fine, and Cell would then escape using Solar Flare. Now, I think when Goku and them would arrive, Vegeta also followed along, as Vegeta still had his same scene where he did go Super Saiyan. I think Vegeta would try fighting Cell, but I think Cell would overpower Vegeta, because Cell's too strong, initially. Now, Vegeta, I think, would have his pride broken. He wants to fight Kakarot, mainly. And I think Goku would cut in, alongside with the other Z fighters, all jumping Cell. Cell would not be able to escape. He's too strong. So Goku would easily overpower Cell and kill him, as they would all team up and kill Cell with a full power attack, and Cell was completely obliterated. Trunks wonders if that was maybe a bio-android of some kind. It must be, because they did find the time machine from another timeline. I know it's confusing. And Trunks states maybe this was the android. He doesn't know. But he states that since there is no android, I'm out of here then. I gotta go back to my timeline. Now, Goku would offer Trunks to train him first, as True, Trunks can go back to his timeline, but he's not that strong enough yet. He then offers the Hyperbolic Time Chamber, a place you can go and train, as it's one day on the outside, but on the inside it's a whole year. Trunks would actually agree to this. So, Vegeta wants his match first though. Vegeta cut him off, telling him, "You're not going to go into some place and get stronger. We're having our fight right now." Vegeta doesn't really care about the androids, they were just in his way. But now that this little bug creature was taken care of, now he's next. He wants to have one final fight against Goku to prove who's the strongest, and Goku would not turn it down, telling Trunks that they will go in there afterwards. Vegeta would then transform into a Super Saiyan, and Goku would do the same. Now Goku was holding back, as he was way stronger than Vegeta. It's ridiculous. Remember, his AI is adapting and growing stronger. Goku is already, by this point, at second form Cell level, so Vegeta has no chance. Vegeta would hit Goku with everything that he has, even firing a Big Bang attack, which Goku would block easily. Goku would then power up to his full strength, and with a single strike, he would knock out Vegeta. This would shatter Vegeta's pride, the fact that even as a Super Saiyan, he couldn't beat Kakarot. But I think Vegeta would be humbled, and I think he would accept for now that Goku was number one for now, but he's still very vengeful about it. He'll just fly off. So he promises to come back and face him again one day and become stronger, so he'll go off back to Bulma's place and continue doing gravity training. And then Trunks would ask Goku to teach him everything that he knows. He begs him to get him as strong as possible, and Goku would 100% agree. So they would then enter the Room of Spirit and Time, and Goku was a mentor to Trunks, teaching him everything. New skills such as the Solar Flare, to After Images, to more, and even things that Roshi taught Goku. Goku was teaching him everything that Goku learned from all of his teachers, he was teaching to Trunks. As Gohan did a great job teaching Trunks, but Gohan was not very experienced with teaching people. Goku is. Goku's a master when it comes to it. So Trunks got a massive power increase. And I think inside of the Room of Spirit and Time, and this is just me personally, I think that Goku knew that there's a level beyond Super Saiyan. He knows it. He can feel it. And I think if he pushes Trunks hard enough, Trunks having so much trauma and PTSD, and fighting how near-death fight, I think Trunks would unlock Super Saiyan 2. He has the potential for it. He just wasn't trained properly. I mean, even Trunks, who barely even trained with Vegeta every now and again, in the Room of Spirit and Time, was able to keep up with him and actually surpass him. Imagine Trunks with a truly powerful teacher. Yeah, Trunks is more OP than people realize. His potential is busted as a half Saiyan. So Trunks did unlock Super Saiyan, I would say near the very end, but even as a normal Super Saiyan, he could easily handle the androids. How strong is this version of Trunks? And this is just me comfortably saying it, and I will say it comfortably. I think that Trunks could keep up with Perfect Cell. Not Super Perfect Cell, Perfect Cell. I think he's stronger than Gohan was as a normal Super Saiyan when he fought Cell. That's my personal opinion. Not as strong as Super Saiyan 2, or not as strong as Super Perfect Cell, nothing like that. But as normal Super Saiyan, he is. If he does go Super Saiyan 2, then yes, I think he is stronger than Gohan and Cell. Trunks is more than enough. He doesn't have full control over Super Saiyan 2. He needs to get very angry to unlock it, but he will train and practice. That's the good part, is Goku taught Trunks how to train. So Trunks knows how to train now, knowing many techniques and many methods, and how to train smart, not overtraining or hurting himself. Trunks was just surviving. He wasn't really training, but now he knows that he needs to do this. So Trunks will be a force to be reckoned with later on. So Trunks would then go back to his future timeline, and he would completely annihilate the androids, having no chance. And he would completely annihilate Cell as well. He probably honestly, he probably doesn't even need Super Saiyan for the androids, but he went overkill and killed them. Cell would have been defeated, and since there was now peace on Earth, Goku never died, he never went to the other world. This means that there's no Super Saiyan 3. Now we know the Super Saiyan 3 is possible because Vegeta even unlocked it in Daima, but sorry for spoilers. But realistically, Goku, would he really need a use for it? I don't think so, because he's so busted. So this also means that people like Goten and Gohan are much stronger during the next 7 years, because Goku is now around. But we will get into that on the next one. And that is it for this What If, you guys. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know what you guys think down below about Goku having this metallic arm around his body and all this crazy stuff. And I want to thank Lag for making the thumbnail. Check him out below, and go check out his channel. If you guys do want custom art, he's also on Discord as well. So if you guys want to hit him up, you can join my server and type in there the general, and I can get him set up for you guys for commissions. He's really cheap and really awesome. So thank you guys so much. You guys are the absolute best. Let's get to 400 likes for this video, and Let's get to 50,000 subscribers, and I'll talk to you all in the next one. Peace.
Goku.